Welcome to St James's Park for a season of great expectations. The arrival of the mighty Quinn brings goals aplenty, but can the bald eagle take the Magpies soaring back to the top flight? The drama is about to unfold. A bumper crowd is at St James's Park for Newcastle's opening match of the season, and what promises to be an intriguing showdown between two of the second division's real heavyweights. Summer signing Mick Quinn, a £680,000 buy from Portsmouth, makes his debut. His dream performance to follow will make him an instant hero.
What a melee there in the Leeds box. To chase. Who's got the pace there? Oh, that could be a penalty. The trip from Jim Beglin, and referee Midgley points to the spot. St James's Park erupts in excitement. A penalty then. And it's Micky Quinn who's going to take it. Micky Quinn on his debut, and he scores! Tucked it nicely in the corner. Day read the direction correct. It couldn't reach it. Strachan read that well. Crossed by Henry. Oh, it's a goal from Bobby Davison. So Leeds reply within 2 minutes. Their fans go wild. Clicked on there. Oh, it's there! Ian Baird. What a well taken goal that was. Brock's corner. Oh, it's there! No, it doesn't count. So the joy turns to frustration. Offside, I think he's given. Brock swinging that in. And what a beautiful header that was. It bounced in front of the keeper. Yes, look, number 10 there. Mark Micky, the man, penalised for offside. Quinn's there. Oh, Quinn scored! The big number 9. Darted in between everybody, turned it beautifully into the net. What a dream debut for him, his second goal of the match. Quinn's there with a shot. Oh, it's in! Day got a hand to it. Quinn, he's notched his hat-trick. Well, what delight for Mick Quinn, Pompey's leading scorer last season with 18 league goals. And already he's got 3 on the board for Newcastle in this, his very first game for them. Beautifully turned back there by Gallagher, and Quinn finds the finish. He's beginning to celebrate. That was picked off by Gallagher. Gallagher with a shot, he scores! Oh, what a great goal from Gallagher! They were all expecting the cross, the way he was facing. Then he just swiveled and tucked it in by the near post. Minutes of this game gone, and John Gallagher makes a scoring debut too. Beautiful play this. Looks like he's going to cross it, then he swings it back in. Well, Quinn racing through. Quinn shoots, he scored! Oh my word! It's that man Quinn again! And that is his 150th league goal. The long ball catching Leeds United square. Quinn sets off. 30-yard dash this. Well under control as Day comes out. He slots it past him.
What a start for Newcastle, and what a start for Mick Quinn, the new darling of the fans after just 90 minutes of pulsating action. The new boy has launched an exciting wave of optimism across Geordieland. In the season's opening away fixture, another strike from Mick Quinn helps United to a point. John Gallagher adding his second goal in 2 matches. 7 goals and 4 points from the opening 2 matches have put Newcastle in confident mood for the home encounter with Oldham.
Warhurst under pressure there from Quinn, and Quinn shoots. Oh, what a goal! A fantastic shot there from Quinn. The Oldham defence got themselves in a tangle, and Quinn was the first to react. A mistake by number 6 Paul Warhurst. Irwin comes across, but Quinn left with the goal in front, and he makes no mistake from there, does he? Create the ball. Cross from Barlow. Oh, an overhead kick, and it's there! 1-1. 61 minutes gone, and Andy Holden with a spectacular goal. No wonder he's punching the air and going over to celebrate with the Oldham fans. His second goal of the season. We'll see it again. The cross coming in from Barlow, and Holden launches himself, and that's an unstoppable shot with Tommy Wright about a yard off his line. To the far post. Quinn with the header, appeals for handball, and it's been given a penalty. Penalised Paul Warhurst. Quinn going up here. You can see the hand up, and it was the unfortunate Warhurst, of course, who made that slip earlier in the game, in the 43rd minute, when this man, Mick Quinn, seized on the opportunity to ram in the first goal. So can he notch a second one here from the penalty spot? Yes, he can. Oh! Andrew Rhodes got his hands to it. But Mick Quinn, full of confidence, scored from the penalty spot here on his debut. Hammers in his second penalty for Newcastle United.
You just can't keep a good man down, and Quinn's double strike is further proof that Jim Smith's summer signing was something of a bargain. On to Bournemouth, and that man Quinn is on the score sheet again, but this time he can't prevent United crashing to their first defeat of the season. At Oxford, record-breaking Mick Quinn makes it 9 goals in just 5 appearances in a Newcastle shirt. He's scored in every game, but it's not enough to prevent a second successive away defeat. It's back to St James's Park for a home encounter with Portsmouth. Gary Kelly replaces Tommy Wright in goal, and Bjorn Christensen also steps up to start his first match of the season.
Many opportunities at all to sparkle against his former colleagues, due to the fact that he hasn't been getting the service. Maybe that'll change now as Quinn races through, and he shoots! Oh, just over the bar! That's a great ball. Unfortunately, Micky was forced wide. He wins the corner. Taken by Kevin Brock. Oxford United and Queen's Park Rangers are his former clubs, both managed by Jim Smith, of course. Scott joining in the attack. Scott gets it across. Oh, it's a goal! Andy Thorne. That's his first. Second season at St James's Park, and he'll be pleased with this. The ball sent across by Scott, and Andy Thorne comes in on the blind side and makes no mistake.
Quinn finally draws a blank, but Andy Thorne's first strike of the season makes it 3 home wins out of 3. A nightmare start, and the Littlewoods Cup ends in the season's worst defeat so far at the home of 3rd Division Reading. The only consolation is that Newcastle will have a chance to make amends in the second leg. A crowd of nearly 30,000 provide a red-hot atmosphere at Roker Park. The spoils are shared and the match ends goalless, but Newcastle have at least gained their first away point in 3 outings. Newcastle's only win in their previous 5 matches was here at St James's Park, where a 100% record is still intact. Wayne Faraday is back after missing the weekend trip to Sunderland.
Wilkinson with the header. Oh, and Wilkinson scored! A marvellous strike there by the England under-21 international. By Dillon. Oh! Just over the bar. Watford still leading by that Wilkinson goal. But Newcastle have had the chances to get back on level terms. There's another chance coming up here, and it's there! 32 minutes on the clock, and John Gallagher gets his 4th goal of the season. Beautiful ball, beautifully laid off too by Mark McGee, that first time layoff, and Gallagher skips past the challenge and calmly slots the shot in. Brock. Beautiful play by McGee, Brock going through him. Oh, it's there! Inevitably, Micky Quinn. That tells it all. Brock playing this ball in. And a beautiful play by Mark McGee, holding the ball and then laying it off. Brock carries on. And Coton got his hands to it, but couldn't keep it out.
Mick Quinn's 10th strike of the season is his first in 4 matches, and his return to the score sheet signals a return to winning form. Newcastle's first away win of the season is enough to take them into 3rd spot. It's early days, of course, but Jim Smith's men have made an encouraging start in their quest for promotion. It's back to the 2nd round of the Littlewoods Cup, and Reading arrive at St James's Park with a 2-goal lead from the first leg. Much-travelled goalkeeper John Burridge, newly signed from Southampton, makes his debut.
Into the 6-yard box, Scott just turns it away. Oh, and a magnificent save from Burridge! Having a word with his defenders there, but showing that he's still got those reflexes. Beautiful diving header there from Michael Conroy. And goal. And the penalty given. McGee setting himself for the shot here and blocked by the arm of Lyndon Jones. So 35 minutes gone. Brazil with a shot, and Brazil scores. Gary Brazil makes it Newcastle United 1, Reading 0, 2-3 on aggregate. 3rd division side still lead. Francis sent them the wrong way there. Place kicker. Calls it back. Oh, fine header, hits the post! And scrambled away by Senior. Well, a let off there for Reading. Anderson's header. Good play by Brazil. Gallagher. This is McGee. McGee squares it, and it's there! Kevin Brock. Puts Newcastle level. Beautiful build up this. Lovely ball struck by Gallagher. Picked up by McGee. Gets goal side of the defence here and just rolls it back. Kevin Brock comes between 2 defenders, Martin Hicks and Wood, to make it 2-0 on the night. 56 minutes gone. Again, Kevin Dillon. Chance to get this ball back again. Skip past everyone. Oh, it's there! Andy Thorne ghosted in on the blind side and make no mistake with that rasping shot. It's 3-0 to Newcastle. Beautiful cross here. Flicked across there by McGee. And here comes Thorne's thunderbolt. Dillon, oh, he's got the ball still. Curves it back, and Micky must score! Yes, he has! Well, he didn't get any power behind the header, but when the ball dropped again, Mark Micky made certain. Here it is again. Dylan tries to flick it first time, doesn't get hold of it. Francis makes the block. Dylan comes out with the ball, swivels, sends over the centre. McGee gets the header in, but it was blocked by Wood. But no mistaking with his second shot. 89 minutes.
It's a winning debut for John Burridge as United go through 5-4 on aggregate, and Newcastle prove they can still pile on the goals in the absence of their new scoring sensation Mick Quinn. At Ipswich, Mark McGee makes it 3 goals in 3 matches, but the trip to Portman Road ends in another away defeat, and Newcastle slip back to 5th spot. Injury rules Andy Thorne out of the home encounter with Bradford. Liam O'Brien gets his first game since April in the reshuffle. Thorne has played his last match for Newcastle. He'll eventually return south to join Crystal Palace.
Oh, a beautiful shot there from John Gallagher. So unlucky. He looked up, saw the top corner gaping, measured his chip. And so unlucky to see that ball drift away from the target. See it again, the ball hoisted across here. Tinian gets his head to it but doesn't really clear it. And Gallagher showing great vision here. Goes for the top corner. The ball just sailing over the top. McGee now. Handball. This time it's given, it's a penalty. 25 minutes gone, Lee Duxbury. Duxbury the man penalised here. McGee forcing the issue. That good bit of skill. Really, Duxbury couldn't get out of the way, but Quinn here with a golden opportunity to shoot Newcastle United into the lead from the penalty spot. There's the Bradford City protesters getting themselves out of the box. Abbott's still inside. He's on the line now. Oh, over the top! But at least 2 Bradford players encroached into the 18-yard box before Quinn made the strike. There, as you saw, the referee and the linesman didn't obviously spot that, or else the kick would have been retaken. John Anderson then with the free kick. McGee's in there. Oh, a header, and he hits a post! Another let off there for Bradford City. Stimson with the throw. This is McGee holding off the attentions of Jackson. McGee wiggling his way through. McGee scored! Mark McGee! That's surely the winner. We're well over a minute into stoppage time at St James's Park erupts in joy. Here it is again, the throw from Stimson. McGee takes out Jackson. Beautiful control there. He's being chased by Abbott. They're all holding off, leaving him that space to juggle the ball and wrong-footing Tomlinson. So it's Newcastle United 1, Bradford City 0, and that surely is the
Mark McGee appears to have taken over from Quinn on the goal-scoring front. His 4th successive strike makes it 6 wins out of 6. A look at the league table shows that Newcastle are up to 3rd place, just 2 points behind leading club Sheffield United and Leeds. Better away form could have made the picture look even more healthy. Newcastle emerged for the midweek encounter with Blackburn, hoping to build on their impressive home run. They've yet to drop a point at St James's Park.
And Kevin Brock with the free kick. McGee's there. Oh, McGee scores! His 5th goal of the season. His 5th goal, in fact, in 5 games. Lancing header right across Collier. That gives Newcastle a great start here. against high-flying Blackburn Rovers. It's past there, past David May. Chance here though for Micky. Oh, and a good one-handed save. As there, off Quinn. Mark Atkins was rather lazy in that clearance, and Quinn was storming in behind him on the blind side. How about that? Because it was more the ball hitting him than him hitting the ball. Here we are again. Clever work by McGee, picked up by Gallagher. His shot blocked by Collier. And look at this clearance, really rather lazy by Atkins. Oh, a chance there, it's there! Well, he liked that one, didn't he? This is O'Brien. Gallagher. Beautiful cross. And just, well, it hasn't been helped behind, it's back again. Quinn's up there with a header. Oh, and magnificent save by Collier. Truly great bit of goalkeeping there from Darren Collier. Blackburn thought the ball was out, it wasn't. Played back across by Dillon. Quinn with a header.
A fine save, but for the first time Quinn has found the net in the same match as strike partner McGee. His goal-a-game run now stretches to 5. A trip to the south coast comes next, and for the second week running Jim Smith is able to name an unchanged side.
Quinn with the shot this time, saved by John Keeley. Dillon's cross, panic on the line. A beautiful ball in from Dillon there, headed away by Bissett. Dillon again. And there's the first of his hat-trick. Scored in the 25th minute. Stimson playing the ball through. This is Dillon. Beautiful chip. And Quinn arrives to score the perfect goal. So 1-0 to Newcastle. And that's how it stayed at the interval. We rejoin the game as we come up to the 70th minute. O'Brien. Played through by Dillon. Chip in there, the header from Brazil, and Quinn notches his second goal of the match. Really quick reactions from the Newcastle United number 9. Beautiful ball in by Stimson. Brazil gets the header in. Well blocked by the keeper. And Quinn turns in the rebound. So Newcastle United well in control of this game at the Goldstone ground. Oh, but luck there on the side of John Burridge. And he thought that one was going wide. It hit the underside of the bar. And here's Quinn again. So easy, isn't it? 85 minutes gone. Mick Quinn 3, Brighton 0. Ball played into space. Quinn racing through. Beautifully chipped over the advancing goalkeeper. Kirbishley playing it through. And the woodwork coming to Newcastle's aid again. So luck definitely not on the side of Brighton. Tremendous shot this from 30 yards. And John Burridge well beaten.
Quinn's hat-trick takes his tally to 14 goals in 14 games, and Newcastle's second away win keeps them firmly in second spot. It's back to the Littlewoods Cup, and West Brom are the third round visitors. Ray Ranson replaces John Anderson as Newcastle defend their impressive home run.
Getting that header in. Oh, there it is, it's a goal! From Chris White, the centre-back. Well, that's a shock for Newcastle United. And the Albion fans celebrate. It came from that free kick from Talbot. White getting up there, gets the header in. Ranson tries to get it away, and White coming in, gets the block and turns it into the top corner.
A 100% home record couldn't last forever. After 7 straight wins though, defeat by West Brom brings a surprise Littlewoods Cup exit. Wayne Faraday is back as Port Vale arrive at St James's Park, aiming to emulate the midweek achievements of West Brom.
He's got round the outside, that's a good cross. Micky's there. It's there, it's a goal! Forced into the net by Mark McGee. And what a good cross it was from Kevin Brock. 9 minutes gone, and Newcastle United take the lead here. Brock going on the outside of Hughes, gets in the cross. Defence unable, well, question maybe of handball there, but he forces it in at the second attempt. Back to Newcastle. Faraday. Oh, this is Quinn. Quinn, yes, he scored! Shot under the goalkeeper. And Mick Quinn fires in his 14th goal of the season. Faraday's cross, Quinn forcing his way past Aspin and hammers in the shot. Simon Mills, the number 11, Double the number 6. Oh, it's a goal! Out of the blue! Robbie Earle, the scorer. Just 7 minutes left for play. Miller's ball. Wins Beckford. Earle. This is Cross. He's got a goal side of Scott. Cross is going in. Butcher's there. He scored! Oh my word! Newcastle's defence opened up there. Watch this again. Earle playing that ball through. Over the top. It out here with Kevin Scott, gets goal side of him into the 6-yard box, and Fucher completely unmarked at the far post.
Quinn and McGee continue to share the Newcastle goals, but this time their scoring can't prevent the loss of 2 points. It's been a costly week. Just 1 week after being knocked out of the Littlewoods Cup by West Brom, Newcastle have the chance for revenge at the Hawthorns.
Revenge was to be quick and decisive, as the following sequences show. Five minutes gone, and an own goal from Gary Robson. West Bromwich Albion 0, Newcastle United 1. Floated across there, and the shot turned in by McGee. Robson can only slice it into his own net. West Bromwich Albion trying to get back, and there we are, the equaliser in the 18th minute from Goodman. Wayne Faraday gets in a good cross at the other end, and there's the instant reply from Gary Brazil. 22 minutes gone. West Brom 1, Newcastle United 2. Albion's rally was to be quenched though, with 3 goals from Newcastle United in the spell of 18 minutes. The first from Kevin Brock. Exploiting the space given him. Beautiful dummy there. And the left foot shot. High cross. Nodded down. And Mark McGee finds the net with a thunderous finish. 76 minutes gone. It's West Bromwich Albion 1, Newcastle United 4. The Newcastle appetite for goals was still not satisfied. A marvellous solo coming up here from Liam O'Brien. West Bromwich Albion 1, Newcastle United 5.
Newcastle's biggest win of the season provides sweet revenge, and all of a sudden it's coming right away from home. It's Sky Fawkes weekend and Newcastle's biggest gate since the opening day of the season. More than 23,000 are at St James's Park for the match with rivals Middlesbrough.
And this is Micky, and he scored! Mark Micky scores in the 3rd minute to give Newcastle a marvellous opening here. The Middlesbrough defence failed to clear the ball. It's a right old tangle here as Kernigan tries to clear it. It breaks to Micky, who just sidesteps the keeper and finds the net. Parkinson. Ripley. Oh, he's done it again and got the cross in. It was Christensen who got it away. Oh, what a shot! Proctor the scorer. Comfort's on the left, this is Slaven. Comfort drives it across. Brennan with a shot, he scored! Mark Brennan shoots Middlesbrough into the lead here, just 2 minutes into the second half. Off the head of Parkinson. Middlesbrough living dangerously here. McGee trying to force his way through. Oh, it's there! From the substitute, Liam O'Brien. Just 5 minutes left for play. You see that ball came off the head of Parkinson. That's to no man's land there. I think they're expecting a shot. Brock turns it across. Mowbray it was who got it away, but not too convincingly. Back in again from the head of O'Brien, and O'Brien then runs forward as McGee tries to force his way through, and the ball comes out, and it's O'Brien who slots it in.
For the second successive Saturday, Newcastle have dropped a couple of home points in a 2-2 draw, but a point is enough to stay in 3rd spot. Upton Park on a West Ham side, fresh from a Littlewoods Cup triumph over high-flying Aston Villa, is the next test.
Alvin Martin in there, Alvin Martin going through. Tripped over there, surely. Chance here for Dolan. Oh, and Dolan gets the shot in. John Burridge able to make the save. Oh, cleared off the line there. Dillon. McGee, good turn. Got past. Oh, Strotter got a good tackle in there. Brock coming in with a shot, and McGee. And that was so close. Newcastle United coming out of their shell. Showing just why they've scored so many goals away from home.
Mark McGee is just the wrong side of the post, and Newcastle know they could have taken maximum points. Manager Jim Smith is pleased with the draw, but disappointed to miss out on a valuable away win.
Yeah, it was a good result. Personally, after the 90 minutes, I was disappointed because I thought we lost 2 points rather than gained a point. You know, I felt we did enough to win. Didn't finish out the chances that we got. But before the game, if we'd have thought we'd have got a draw at West Ham, I think we'd have been pleased. Yes.
It obviously keeps you well on the road to the Championship.
Well, it's a long way to go, and it's all about picking points up at places like West Ham and getting a run going. I think it's about 10 games now without defeats, and that's important. And that's a good third of the season gone now, and we're well on mark to be in at the end. I'm sure fighting with Sheffield United's and Leeds and West Ham's.
So Newcastle stay in 3rd place, but they're now 6 points behind pacesetters Sheffield United. There's a familiar look about the leading group. Next up, Yorkshire and the Oakwell ground Barnsley. Wayne Faraday is back after missing the match at West Ham. Gary Brazil again makes way. Newcastle are aiming to extend their unbeaten run to 5 matches. Mick Quinn's 16th goal of the season secures another point away from home, and Newcastle are still in the top 3. Promotion rivals Sheffield United attract another big crowd to St James's Park, more than 28,000, and Newcastle are out to extend their unbeaten league run to 9 matches.
And straight away, Brian Dean forcing that ball out. Oh! And John Burridge wasn't too sure about that one. Landed up in the back of the net. Keeper did well to get the touch, but it's there! Number 2! Mick Quinn, the scorer. That is 17th goal of the season. What a remarkable transformation.
Another clinical strike by Mick Quinn completes a priceless win over high-flying Sheffield United. Round 2 of the ZDS Cup, and Darren Bradshaw, a summer signing from York City, is called up for his debut.
Can he get the cross in? He can. Quinn's there. Oh, and Quinn scores! Well, he really does love playing against his old club, doesn't he? Cross from Gallagher. The nod from Quinn. And Andrew Rhodes is nowhere near it. Faraday's cross. Quinn's going in. Oh, Quinn's forcing in past the goalkeeper. Well, that's surely sealed it for Newcastle United. Mick Quinn proves to be a Latics destroyer again.
Another 2 goals from Mick Quinn are enough to see off Oldham for a second time. Quinn had scored both goals against the Latics when United won the corresponding league fixture back in September. A solitary goal ends Newcastle's 7-match unbeaten run, and fierce promotion rivals Leeds have avenged their 5-2 mauling on the opening day of the season. The Magpies, though, remain in 3rd place. After 3 matches on the bench, Wayne Faraday is back in the starting lineup in place of John Gallagher. And remember, Newcastle are yet to lose at home in the league.
Oh, it's there! Oh my word! They were caught napping. And Oxford United take a shock lead here. Well, their fans are delighted, aren't they? Chance here for Called back. Chance here for Stimson. Oh, and he scored! The keeper got a touch to it. But Micky headed it down. And Mark Stimson nets his very first goal for Newcastle United. Step from this cross from Ray Ransom. Way to the far side. McGee nods it back. And Stimson lets the shot off the hands of goalkeeper Paul Key. Oh, and that challenge by Burridge has been penalised by the referee, who's given a penalty. That's a disastrous opening to the second half. Into the second half. Yes, well taken by Leslie Phillips. Tucked that neatly into the bottom corner. And so it's Newcastle United 1, Oxford United 2. What do they do from this? It's an indirect free kick. Just as there. Number 8 is McLaren. And Simpson there. Simpson there. Oh, he's netted! Oh, he curled that one round the wall. Brilliant finish by Simpson. And really a sense of shock on the terraces here at St James's Park. Rolled through the legs of Foster. And Simpson bends it round that 5-man wall. That's a fine ball. With the header, hooked on by Lewis. Oh, Quinn goes down, and the referee, he's given a penalty. It is into the penalty box. Up goes Quinn. He's clattered before he can make contact by Leslie Phillips. So Mick Quinn against Paul Key. Oh, and again Key got his hands to the ball, but couldn't prevent it going in the net. And the Newcastle players pile into the goal to drag that ball out.
Newcastle's second successive defeat puts the Skids under the drive for promotion, and Mick Quinn's 20th goal of the season is marred by his 4th yellow card. 5 days before Christmas, the ZDS Cup, the stocking filler in the league programme, offers a chance to raise festive spirits. John Gallagher is back to reclaim his place from Wayne Faraday.
It's Hebert who got his head to it first. Oh, chance here, it's in off the post! "25 minutes gone. Liam O'Brien at last gets the ball in the net. O'Brien here hooking that across, and Shilton stranded in off the far post. Beautiful chip. Oh, it's there! What a marvellous goal from Cross. Layoff there from Saunders. Cross drags it into his path, sees Burridge off his line, chips him brilliantly. O'Brien, Scott, Sweeney. Newcastle looking full of confidence. Dillon now tries the shot. Beautiful chip in, and it's there! Oh, just past from Mark Micky. He hung in the air before he made contact with his head. And that would have been a delightful goal. Dean Saunders now tries to turn it back to Goddard. A chance here. Oh, and it's there. Oh my word, 94 minutes gone. And Steve Cross scores his second of the night. Saunders the man on the break. Goddard pulls back for the cutback. He goes behind him. Dillon. Good turn by Gallagher. Oh, it's there! Gallagher scores. Good turn by him here. Rides the challenge. Hits it with the left foot. I think it took a bit of a deflection and spins over Peter Shilton. O'Brien charging through. Oh, it's an own goal from Steve Cross. Well, what an evening for him. He scored 3 goals, 2 of them for Derby, and that one for Newcastle United. It's O'Brien who forces the issue here, charging his way through, and Cross trying to get the ball away, turns it past Shilton.
It's Newcastle's first win since their previous ZDS Cup encounter 3 matches ago. Promotion, of course, is very much the priority. A great relief, though, to end a run of 2 successive defeats. December is proving a real nightmare for Jim Smith's men. 3 matches, 3 defeats, and it's down 3 places to 6th spot in the all-important race for promotion. Mick Quinn's goal stops the rot to earn a draw against Aussie Ardelia's Swindon Town, but it's still a miserable end to the decade. The final month of 1989 has yielded just a single point out of a possible 12. New Year's Day, and Newcastle's resolution is to register their first league success in 5 attempts. Jim Smith makes no changes from the team that earned a point at Swindon.
This season, Newcastle enjoyed the better fortunes, and a chance here for McGee. Oh, past the post. It was set up by Mick Quinn. Mark McGee, the former Scottish international. It's a chance here, though, for... it was Floyd Street that was battling for it. The penalty's been given for that challenge. And a chance here for Quinn to shoot his 22nd goal of the season and give Newcastle the lead here in the 7th minute. So it's Quinn up against Kendall. Oh, he's hit it straight at the keeper. He got both hands to it. And Wayne Faraday tried to turn it back on goal. But in the end, it was a Easy catch for Kendall. Quinn with the right foot. And really hit it straight at Mark Kendall. Dennison. Simpson's lost it to Cook. Cook's across. There's a goal! Steve Bull. And those are the Wolves fans. St Wolves became only the second club to hit that quantity of goals in the whole of the Football League. Shot on the turn. Oh, hit the bar! John Paskin with a real rasping shot on the turn there. Downing. Bull, is he offside? Oh, the flag stayed down. The goal counts. Near post. Burridge doesn't make it. Bull does. The Newcastle defence caught static. 58 minutes gone. It's Newcastle United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 3. Into the 73rd minute now. Kevin Brock with the strike. Oh, and he scored! Perfectly placed. Well, Mark Kendall's cursing the defensive wall in front of him, but that ball was beautifully placed in that top left-hand corner, and really no one could get to that. Dennison now for Wolverhampton Wanderers. This is Bull. Oh, he's gone all the way and he scored! Oh my word!
A disastrous start to the new decade. That's 4 defeats out of 5 in the league and the heaviest reverse of the season. In the FA Cup, Liam O'Brien's decider at Hull lifts the gloom and puts United in round 4, where they'll travel again, this time to Elm Park and a home of 3rd Division Reading. Newcastle's faltering promotion challenge has been boosted by the arrival of Scotland's World Cup skipper Roy Aitken. Shane Smith has strengthened his lineup by signing Aitken from Glasgow Celtic for £500,000.
Leaving that one well picked out by Aitken. This is Aitken. Oh, it's a goal, is it? Over the line surely from Mark Micky. Yes, Mr. Hackett's given it. So the new boy Roy Aitken opened up the Leicester defence. Just 5 minutes into the game. The cross from Faraday, and a beautiful finish there from Mark Micky. Spearing. Number 7 is Ramsey. McAllister. Campbell with the touch. Oh, and a bad back pass there, and they've scored! Oh, tragedy for Newcastle. Scorer Tommy Wright. But what a bad back pass that was from Kevin Scott. Although I think he was impeded by the referee. Have a look at it again. Campbell laying it off there, yes, and the referee stopped Scott getting to the ball. But he'd made his mind up he was going to pass it back. Beating the offside trap here. Oh, Kevin Dillon racing through. And the penalty given. Well, Quinn missed from the penalty spot against Wolverhampton Wanderers here. Chance here to make it 2-1. Oh! And Martin Hodge turns it round. He was indignant at having the penalty given against him in the first place. He makes amends here. I'm sure he moved before the kick was taken though. Certainly did. Way off his line there. Feels going to take it. Quickly to right. Good in swinging cross there. Burridge has missed it. It's a goal. Steve Walsh. His first of the season. The big number 5 with the left foot. Burridge comes from the cross, doesn't make it. And Walsh brings it down onto that left foot. Stimson then with the free kick. play by Hodge. Header coming in there from Micky. Off the head of Ramsey. Chance here for Quinn. Oh, and he takes it. He hit that with some venom. Micky Quinn, his 22nd goal for Newcastle. Cross from Stimson. Ball comes off and Quinn makes no mistake with that. Campbell. Oldfield's broken to the right. That's a good ball. His way blocked. Oh, what a shot! What a shot! Gary McAllister. Well, he's just showed us why he's rated at £1 million. This is Campbell. Campbell racing through left foot. Oh, he scores! My word, would you believe it? Quinn again, just nice touch. Chance here for Micky. Well, it is for John Gallagher anyway. That'll do nicely, say the Newcastle fans. So Brock with the corner. Quinn's on the line. He's flicked it in. It went straight in off Quinn, I'm sure. He's claiming it. His second goal of the match. What a good turn! Oh my word, he scored! Mark Micky. He had his back to goal when Kevin Brock played that ball through to him. What a turn that is! Left to Steve Walsh, flat-footed.
The final score, Newcastle 5, Leicester 4, and Roy Aitken's debut has ended in dramatic fashion, a first league win in 6 matches. Next up is the plastic of Boundary Park. Newcastle have already beaten Oldham twice this season, but both those encounters were at St James's Park.
This is Palmer. Good ball forward to Dennis Irwin. Early cross into Ritchie. It's there! Ritchie scores for Athletic. It's 1-0. This is Aitken. Good ball forward. Now Anderson in space on that near side. This looks threatening for Athletic. It's there! McGee's a scorer. Newcastle have equalised. Well, in a way, that goal similar to Athletics, a counter-attacking goal.
Mark McGee's 11th goal of the season is worth a point, and that's enough to put United's promotion hopefuls back in the top 6. It's round 4 of the ZDS Cup. Ayresome Park is a venue for this North East shootout. John Anderson replaces Wayne Faraday.
Stepping his way through those challenges. What a beautiful ball through to Cooper. Cooper shoots, he's scored! Cooper scores! Just a minute left for play. And Ayresome Park erupts. Is that the goal that's going to take Middlesbrough through to the area final? Beautiful ball, dissects the defence, and Cooper shows the coolness of a veteran striker. Back come Newcastle. Oh, clear header there, he's put it over. Mark McGee. Oh, what a golden opportunity that was to square the tie and keep Newcastle in the Zenith Cup.
Middlesbrough then are the team to stay on course for Wembley, and Newcastle's cup hopes now rest with the FA Cup. An injury time equaliser by Gilk saves Reading to send an exciting 4th round tie to a replay at St James's Park, and that will be Newcastle's 4th cup encounter of the season with Reading. The replay attracts a midweek crowd of more than 26,000. A home tie with Manchester United awaits the winners. Kevin Dillon replaces Liam O'Brien, injured in Elm Park.
Progress here, Aitken inside the box, a low shot, and there's McGee, and there's the goal for Newcastle. The first goal here at St James's Park, scored by Mark McGee, and a very simple goal it was too, coming from the short free kick taken by Ransom. He picks the ball up, Aitken goes on for the return pass and gets it. A good run by the Scottish captain inside the box, a low cross And there's Micky on his own, and that's a good start for Newcastle. They wanted an early goal and they've got it. Mark Micky giving Newcastle United the lead. Newcastle are doing at the moment. The ball breaks on that far side. This is Gallagher. And Ranson. And Aiken does well. More problems perhaps for Reading. Aiken in the box, curls it across, and there's Micky, and that's another goal for Newcastle. Another delightful move by Roy Aitken, who's really doing some good things for the St James's Park club since his arrival from Celtic. Here you are, it's a 50-50 ball between Mick Tate and Roy Aitken, but it's Aitken's experience who wins. Tate fails with the challenge. Aitken looks up, sees Francis committing himself, and there's Micky. And it's Newcastle 2, Reading 0. It's a chance here for Quinn, perhaps inside the box. Quinn does well, and that's the goal, and that has probably killed off the tie as far as Newcastle and as far as Reading is concerned. Mick Quinn, a marvellous turn in the box. Didn't seem anything on with this high ball on the edge of the penalty area, knocked down there by the Newcastle substitute Darren Bradshaw. And there's Quinn, and he does the rest, and it's Newcastle 3, Reading 0. And really one has to wonder why Reading, having played so well tonight and contributed their full part in this cup tie, are not further up the third division table. Here's Stuart Bevan with another corner, a dipping effort. Oh, the Newcastle defence is in trouble there, and that's a good goal for Reading. Mick Tate is claiming it, I believe. Trevor Senior might have got a touch as well. But certainly that's some consolation for the third division side, and it all stemmed really from this in-swinging, dipping corner from Stuart Bevan. The Newcastle defence at 6s and 7s, certainly Senior was there, but the final touch off Tate. But now Newcastle will bring the ball away through Sweeney, and now here's Gallagher. Can Newcastle score a fourth, I wonder? Gallagher, unselfish work there. Here's Darren Robinson, and that is number 4 for Newcastle. A nicely worked goal which has sealed Reading's fate here on the night at St James's. Darren Robinson's first goal for the club, but he'll pay full tribute to John Gallagher's build-up.
Robinson's first Newcastle goal then, and that makes it 20 in all in 4 dramatic cup ties against the men from Elm Park. Manchester United will visit St James's Park in the 5th round. A look at the league table though shows there's plenty of ground to make up on leaders Leeds United. Back in 7th place, Newcastle are 15 points off the top spot. Despite success in the Cup, promotion is still the number 1 target, a goal shared by arch-rival Sunderland. A crucial clash with the old enemy attracts Newcastle's biggest league gate of the season, a crowd of 31,500.
Good football building up here as Gabardini goes through for Sunderland. Gabardini scores! Oh my word! 49 minutes gone, and Marco Gabardini shoots Sunderland into the lead. So can Newcastle make it pay? Oh, they can! McGee, his 16th goal of the season. It crosses to a far post, and McGee steals in.
A point puts Newcastle back in the top 6. Mark McGee's strike is 8th in 6 matches, but crucial ground is still being lost in the race for automatic promotion. Mick Quinn celebrates his return to his former club Portsmouth with his 26th goal of the season. It's a match Newcastle dominate, but Tommy Wright, back in goal for the first time in 32 matches, is beaten by Pompey's only chance of the game. Substitute Jimmy Gilligan steals a point, and a third successive 1-1 draw is not helping United's bid for promotion. An FA Cup 5th round clash with Manchester United attracts a bumper crowd of nearly 32,000, plus millions more on live television.
Just on the edge of the 6-yard area. And they all miss it except Robbins. It's in. No foul, says Mr. Vickers. Here's Mark McGee. Aitken has gone outside. McGee, penalty! Bruce bringing down McGee, and Newcastle have the chance from the penalty spot, which will really lift the noise around St James's Park. It does. McClare, Stimson for company. Wallace! Yes! Oh, what a finish! What a finish! Roy Aitken hovering around the penalty spot. And he's down! And the ball is in! Kevin Scott. Ince looking for Wallace. And may have found him. Little touch, McClare!
A classic match providing drama to the end, but sadly for Newcastle, it's the end of the road to Wembley, beaten by the team destined to go all the way. 1-1 draws are getting to be a habit. That's 4 in a row in the league. A point against high-flying Sheffield United, though, is no disgrace, but Newcastle have slipped to 8th place. After 4 successive draws and just 1 win in 10 league matches, Newcastle know it's time to start scoring maximum points in the race for promotion.
Sense their side getting on top. Here's the corner, and that's a goal for Newcastle, which they wanted, and it's come through a corner from John Anderson. After 53 minutes, John Anderson's first goal of the season. Brock to take it. Up goes Bradshaw, and this is Kevin Dillon on the edge of the Bournemouth area. Tries to find Micky. There's Quinn, he does well. Oh, it's a good save by Joe Payton, and Quinn might have done better there, and it's Teal getting away for a corner. And more post-mortems in that Bournemouth defence. Now again, it's a good forward header there by Micky. Finds Quinn, who may look to shade offside there, but there was no flag. Joe Payton saves with his leg, and Quinn trying a snapshot on the turn. Gets the ball away, and here's Quinn again, and that's number 2 for Newcastle. The corner not got away there by the Bournemouth defence. And Quinn on hand to make it 2. Kevin Brock's corner once again causing problems inside that Bournemouth defence. A header forward, and there's Quinn turning to head the ball home. Brock with it. Ball goes on the far side, and that's number 3 for Newcastle, and it's that man Quinn again with the goal. You can't keep Kevin Brock out of the action tonight. It was his free kick. Here it is again on the edge of the box, floated across. Payton comes for it, doesn't get to the ball, comes off his fingers. There's Micky, and Quinn in the back of the net.
Newcastle's comprehensive win is their first in the league in more than 6 weeks, and Mick Quinn's latest double takes his tally for the season to 28. Barnsley are the next visitors to St James's Park, and Newcastle are halfway through a run of 3 home matches in a week. Kevin Scott is back for Darren Bradshaw.
To take it. It's a good corner. Baker's on the ground, and the ball's in the back of the net. It's Newcastle 1, Barnsley 0. And John Anderson finding the habit of goal scoring to his liking. His first of the season against Bournemouth, rapidly followed by a second. And like the 3 against Bournemouth, inspired by a superb corner from Kevin Brock, got the Barnsley defence in trouble. The ball came to Anderson, and he made no mistake. It's Newcastle 1, Barnsley 0. Kevin Brock preparing to take the corner. Over it comes, and the ball finds Aitken. Aitken's crossed to Dillon, and Aiken's a room in the box. He's crossed, and here's Kevin Scott, and that's number 2 for Newcastle. And that was made to look very easy indeed. The crowd absolutely delighted here on the terraces at St James's Park. Dillon's through ball, Barnsley appealing for offside, but Aitken timed his run to perfection. The ball came across. Baker was in no man's land, but Newcastle on the attack again through Brock, and this is Micky. Micky does well. Aitken's running through the middle, and here's Aitken, and that's a great pass from Micky, and that's a great goal for Aitken, his first for the club. Another Micky-Aitken combination, and how Mark Micky has relished Roy Aitken's arrival here at St James's Park. It was Brock's through ball to Micky. He slips the tackle of Carl Tyler, sees Aitken running through the middle free. A great run. Could have been a touch there by Quinn as well, but Aitken certainly was there to bury the ball in the back of the net. That's Faraday. Good challenge there by Steve Cooper for Barnsley. Now Scott. Faraday gets the ball back, but Faraday loses possession again. And here's Steve Cooper for Barnsley. He's inside the box, and that's a goal! A goal out of nothing for Barnsley. Quinn. Kevin Dillon, and that's a good ball from Dillon, and finds the aforementioned Gallagher. Futcher's in front of him. Gallagher tries a shot. Oh, and not far away either. That is confidence for you. A man who sat for the first 45 minutes on the bench. Brock's corner comes across. Up go the heads. Breaks three to Ransom. He crosses the ball, and that looks like handball. Indeed it is. It's a penalty. Futcher, yes, Paul Futcher points to himself and says, what, me? And as you will see, he was the guilty party. Ransom's cross comes over. Futcher goes up, not his left arm, but his right fist against the ball. No doubt about it. Penalty it is. And Mark McGee is the man to take the spot kick. And goal number 4 it is for Newcastle. Those fans.
Another good win proves Newcastle have rediscovered their home form, and that's 7 league matches without defeat. Their promotion challenge is hotting up again. Successive home wins over Bournemouth and Barnsley have boosted morale at St James's Park. Another triumph here would make it 3 in a week. John Gallagher replaces Wayne Faraday.
Rashford climbing over the bodies to pass that back to Brock. That's a long one. No, great header coming in there. A beautiful goal by McGee, and that's his 19th of the season and his second in successive games. With the shot, tries again the loop. Oh, and hooked off the line by Jobson. So just a reminder that the scoreline still remains at Newcastle United 1, Hull City 0, despite this almost constant tide towards the Hull City goal. Quinn now going down. Will he get the penalty? He does. The referee points to the spot. 74 minutes coming up on the clock. And will it be Quinn who takes the kick? No, it looks like it's going to be McGee. Quinn brought down there by Shotton. And so Mark McGee up against Ian Hesford, and a chance to make it 2-0. And that's exactly what he does. Blasts that ball past Hesford. A brilliantly taken penalty that. So McGee notches his 20th goal of the season. Beautifully struck. And that makes the
It's been a tremendous week for Jim Smith's men. 9 goals, 9 points, and it's up to 4th place in the Great Promotion race. Mark McGee's 2 goals put him on 20. A close encounter at Vicarage Road ends in controversy when United are denied a late winner. Mick Quinn's effort appeared to be well over the line before Tony Coton scooped the ball clear, but the referee rules in favour of the home side. Promotion rivals Ipswich are the next test for an informed Newcastle side aiming to extend their unbeaten league run to 10 matches. Darren Bradshaw replaces Kevin Scott.
This is Milton. Milton through, he gets a shot in. Oh, it's a goal! A shock there for Newcastle United. 24 minutes gone and Simon Milton shoots Ipswich Town into the lead here. Aitken hoisting that one forward. Brought down by Linnigan. Trying to rouse Newcastle United. There's Quinn, he must score, he does score! That's it, 1-1. 51 minutes gone. A simple tap in the end for Mick Quinn. Great cross from John Gallagher here. And Quinn slots in his 29th goal of the season. Aitken with a throw. This is Brock. That's a good chip. Quinn with it all! Yes! Beautifully timed run that by Mick Quinn. 2-0, that's surely it. Timed his run to perfection. We'll see it again. Brock fighting the ball in. Quinn coming in, gets in front of Linnigan for the first time in the match, I would think, and Forrest had no chance with that bullet header from the mighty Quinn.
Match winner Mick Quinn's 5th Newcastle double is the 7th occasion this season where he struck 2 goals or more. It also takes his priceless tally to 30. A look at the league table shows United are still in 4th place. They have a game in hand on 3rd place Swindon and leaders Leeds. The men from Ellen Road, though, are 10 points above them.
Bradford City produced perhaps their best performance of the season, a day after John Docherty became their new manager. Greg Abbott put them in front on 26 minutes, but Newcastle struck back against the run of play 8 minutes from half-time when Brian Mitchell brought down Kevin Dillon and Mark McGee banged in the penalty. Mitchell made amends 7 minutes after the break with the shot of the night. 2-1 to Bradford, and Bradford looked in control, but when they tried unsuccessfully to catch Newcastle offside, substitute Gary Brazil's cross brought a spectacular own goal from Mark Azelwood. The winning goal that lifts Bradford out of the Division 2 relegation zone came from Neil Woods. Bradford 3, Newcastle 2.
It's the end of Newcastle's best league run of the season and their first away defeat since Boxing Day, but they stay in the top 4. Newcastle's second defeat in 4 days is a disappointing setback against a Blackburn side still very much in the battle for promotion. Moran and Sellers, the Rovers' goal scorers. John Burridge is back in goal for the home match with Brighton, and Billy Askew, who'd made his debut at Blackburn, retains his place, keeping John Gallagher on the subs bench.
10 minutes for Newcastle to grab all 3 points. Askew, Quinn, McGee's cross, and that's a goal for Newcastle, and that's the substitute John Gallagher who scored it. The deadlock finally broken. The goal coming after 83 minutes, and that's put a smile on the faces of the Newcastle fans. Here is the ball breaking on this near side. 2 defenders following McGee across. A lovely cross from the forward, and the Gallagher, the substitute, on for Kevin Brock, coming in with a glancing header from about 6 yards. Here's McGee again, crosses the ball inside. Here's Quinn. Oh, and that's another goal for Newcastle. That's definitely made sure. Quinn flies away, salutes the crowd. His 31st goal of the season. It's all come late for Newcastle, but late enough as far as they're concerned. A quickly taken throw in. McGee lobbing the ball across, and there's Quinn, the man who just loves to score goals.
John Burridge then marks his return with a clean sheet, and Newcastle's return to winning form keeps promotion hopes bubbling. With 9 matches remaining, a playoff place at least is well within reach. There are no changes for the midweek home match with Plymouth, the only second division side Newcastle have yet to meet.
His players on the long trip north for this midweek game, as Sweeney takes a free kick, headed away there by Nicky Marker. And now Kevin Hodges on the run. He's got 2 Newcastle defenders behind him. He's in the box, and he's taken that goal very well indeed. 2 minutes gone. Newcastle stunned completely by that break from Kevin Hodges. And after 2 minutes play, it's Newcastle 0, Plymouth 1. And as Mr. Breen pops a notebook back into the top pocket, we've got the ball from Ransom. There's Mick Quinn, and it's a goal for Newcastle out of nothing, and Mick Quinn equalises things up at 1 apiece. Here it is again, the long throw from Roy Aitken. The ball headed out as far as Ray Ranson, and Ranson plays the ball in through the legs of Dennis Selman. Quinn turns, shoots into the far corner beyond Reece Wilmot. Owen Pickard. Here's the other one. But Newcastle coming forward through Ranson. Ranson well forward. The cross coming in. Is that a penalty? It is indeed. The Plymouth players very unhappy about that. It was the scorer Hodges that handled in the area. The referee, though, has no doubts about it. Let's have a look at it again. Ranson's forward run. The cross comes in. and well, I think it was an involuntary hand that got to the ball, but the referee didn't see it that way. And now Mark McGee steps up to take the penalty. McGee against Wilmot, and although Wilmot goes the right way, it finishes in the net. That's Mark McGee's 23rd goal of the season. Askew to Ranson, and here's Kevin Brock. Brock going past Fiore. The cross comes in, there's McGee again, 3-1 Newcastle. So from being on level terms at one apiece just a matter of a minute ago, Newcastle now find themselves 3-1 ahead. A lovely teasing cross, a precise cross from Kevin Brock.
That's Newcastle's 6th home win in a row, and Mark McGee has completed his 5th double of the season. But will he ever score that elusive hat-trick? At Port Vale, it's yet another case of Quinn and McGee doing the business in front of goal. It's Newcastle's first away win in the league since November the 1st. That's more than 5 months ago. Will the winning run continue at home to West Brom? 38 minutes gone, and it's Newcastle on the attack. The ball goes out to Ray Ranson. What can he do here? He's beaten his man. Who can he find? Number 5, John Anderson gets his header. It's 1-0. And Newcastle have taken the lead. 7 minutes before half-time. A good goal by John Anderson. John Burridge looking for a big kick into the West Brom half. Who's he going to fall to? Wayne Faraday. He's looking to go around his man here. He has done. And Mick Quinn at the far post. Slack marking by the West Brom defence. And Mick Quinn has scored his 34th goal of the season. It all looked so easy as Wayne Faraday rounded his man. And Mick Quinn stole in there to slot the ball home. 2-0 to Newcastle. Now it looks like a free kick to be taken by North. Don Goodman at the near post. He gets his header. And West Brom have pulled a goal back. So the winning run continues, and 2 matches a week are proving no problem. Newcastle now are well placed in the top 3. It's Molineux next, the home of newly promoted Wolves. Kevin Scott secures another priceless away win with his 4th goal of the season. That's 5 wins in a row, and Newcastle appear to have hit their best form at just the right time. A look at the action replay shows Kevin Brock with an inch-perfect free kick as a creator, and Scott outjumps the Wolves' defence to provide the finishing touch. 1-0 to Newcastle, and Jim Smith's men are piling up the points in the race for promotion. With 41 matches played, the top of the table shows United are now just 3 points off the top spot. Leeds and Sheffield United are the joint leaders on 75 points. Easter Monday, and relegation-bound Stoke are the next victims. The home crowd are beginning to forget what it's like to see their team lose.
There's it. Oh, it's a goal! Out of the blue, and it's from Bjorn Christensen. He got up well to that one. And that, would you believe it, is his very first goal ever for Newcastle United. Stimson's cross right to the far post, and Christensen timed it perfectly. Just over half an hour gone then, and they're still trailing by 1-0. Free kick here to Newcastle. Kevin Brock putting the ball down, floats it in. Quinn's coming round the back. He's got round the back of Berry, and that's a goal. Beautifully timed run again by Mick Quinn. His 31st league goal of the season. It puts him into the record books, beating the club's divisional record set by Charlie Wayman way back in season 1946-47. Mickey Thomas to take it, supported by Ian Scott. In fact, it's Scott who's going to take the kick. The dust flies as he whacks the ball in. Oh, a great shot off the post there! And it's Quinn doing the defending now. Stimson. Nice touch by Quinn. Christensen getting it wide to McGee. Christensen running through for the return. Christensen, oh, he scored! Oh my! Another goal for Bjorn Christensen. A beautiful interchange of passes here between Christensen and Mark McGee. And he finishes it with a flourish with the outside of the right foot.
That makes it 6 wins in a row, and beyond Christensen's double strike is a spectacular way to finally get off the mark for Newcastle. The long trip to Devon is next, and confidence is high as the Magpies go in search of their 7th successive win. Darren Bradshaw replaces Ray Ranson.
Quinn, lovely layoff. And he screwed it in and very nearly deflected into his own goal. Thomas could have a go. Oh, that's clever. It's there! Well, that's wonderfully worked out. Tommy Tynan, the scorer, and they'd obviously been planning that a long time in training. Kevin Dillon. On to Brock, but that's well cut out by Kenny Brown. Really should have knocked that away, perhaps. As it is, United maintain possession. That must be it. It's there. Newcastle really had a second chance at that because Kenny Brown really should have cleared it. The ball came over and they're back in the game.
Newcastle's winning streak is over, and the result means a slip from 2nd to 3rd place. It looks like being touch and go in the final countdown for those precious top 2 positions. Swindon, well placed in the race for promotion, are next, and Duncan Shearer fires an early warning across the Newcastle goal. It proves to be an absorbing end-to-end contest with plenty of excitement at both ends. Aitken and finally Dillon combining here to put the Swindon goal under siege. It's Swindon's turn next. A short corner is knocked to the far post by Kerslake, and John Gittins' header is touched over by John Burridge. In the second half, Newcastle string together one of their best flowing moves of the game. And Mick Quinn's final layoff sets up a screaming shot over the bar. It really is a seesaw affair, and Newcastle are going all out to break the deadlock. But for once, Mick Quinn's scoring boots have deserted him. The black and white shirts of Newcastle, though, are going forward at every opportunity. Swindon at this point are holding on for all they're worth. A rasping shot from skipper Roy Aitken finally flashes wide. It's beginning to look like one of those days for Newcastle. Will they ever score, you ask? Another layoff from Quinn, and McGee drives into the side netting. Jim Smith will look back on this match and wonder how on earth Newcastle didn't score a hatful. Another penetrating attack ends with a cross from McGee, and Christensen's header at the far post is magnificently saved by Fraser Digby. The slow motion replay shows just how close Newcastle were to ending the stalemate. But in the end, the classic contest ends in a goalless draw. A point apiece, but entertainment value of the very highest quality. With promotion rivals West Ham as desperate for 3 points as Newcastle, the season's final home match could hardly be tougher. Jim Smith names an unchanged lineup.
Keane drives it across, a chance here. Oh, and a brilliant defensive play. A penalty's been given. So Julian Dix, the lad who likes to blast them. And there's a goal, but it should be retaken because Kevin Keane was well inside the 18-yard line before the shot was hit. Mick Quinn. Allen went in on him. Brock's in the middle, so too is Christensen. McGee, can he get it across? He can, and Christensen's there! He scores! Brilliant goal by Christensen! His 3rd goal of the season, and it could be the most crucial. 52 minutes gone. It's Newcastle United 1, West Ham United 1. Well, beautiful cross this by Mark McGee. Takes the ball to the line, flicks it across to the far post, and Bjorn Christensen has a free header. Christensen, good play by him. Capped 40 times by Denmark at various levels. Out to O'Brien. And Newcastle beginning to buzz. Mick Quinn now turns for the shot. Blocked by Foster. Quinn with a goal! A tremendous shot by Quinn. He powered his way through. "56 minutes, and Mick Quinn slams in his 36th goal of the season.
A double second half strike then averts disaster and secures a priceless win that sends United into their final match with automatic promotion still in the balance. Ayresome Park on the final Saturday of the league programme is at fever pitch for a match that will decide both promotion and relegation.
That's a good cross from Kerr. Slaven's there. Oh, it's hit the post. It's there. A goal. The deadlock's broken. The combination of Paul Kerr and Bernie Slaven. Anderson. Oh, a bad one there. Slaven getting in behind. He's taken it away from Burridge. And it's a goal. Baird, the scorer. Kick. Touched by Owen Magee. Oh, it's in! I think it's an own goal by Owen Magee, although he didn't really have much control of the situation. The ball struck at him, deflected past Stephen Pears. You see that again. Block fires it in. Yes, it came off Magee. Nobody else touched it. Baird chasing through. Baird shoots. Oh, what a goal! A tremendous finish there by Ian Baird. He kicked them. Away by Anderson. Shot coming in. Oh, from Proctor. There's a shot from Slaven. It's a goal! Right on the 90-minute mark here.
A shattering defeat is a conclusive end to Newcastle's bid for a place in that all-important top two, as Middlesbrough survived the drop. For Newcastle though, the result turns out to be meaningless because Leeds and Sheffield United have both won to claim automatic promotion. Newcastle then will go into the playoffs and a two-legged shootout with their rivals from Roker Park. In the first leg, a dramatic penalty save in the dying seconds from John Burridge gives Newcastle the upper hand. The question is, can they finish the job off at St James's Park and claim a place in the playoff final at Wembley? A packed house, a red-hot atmosphere and everything at stake. You couldn't ask for a more dramatic stage for a match that'll finally draw the curtain on Newcastle's season at St James's Park.
Christensen. Oh, good play by Christensen, being chased there by Bracewell. McGee's got space. There's McGee, a chance for the shot, and oh, he hit the post! McGee hit the post! John Kay with the throw. Owers. Chance here for Gates, and Gates has scored! Eric Gates shoots Sunderland into the lead, and that's a very important goal indeed. Agbula's header. Warren Hawke beginning to find a little more space on this side as Newcastle commit more bodies to the attack. Gabardini now. Gates. Gabardini, a chance here for him to sew it up, and he's done that! 5 minutes left for play. The Gates-Gabardini combination works. And Sunderland are surely on their way to Wembley.
Desperate disappointment for Newcastle, a defeat some fans find too hard to accept, but the harsh reality is that Sunderland, who finished 6 points behind Jim Smith's men, go forward to Wembley, and Newcastle stay in Division 2.
Well, Jim, you must be very, very disappointed.
Well, obviously, gutted really. I mean, we've had a great season and then it's all fall apart in the last 2 or 3 games, Hard to bear in so much that you finished third in the league in a very competitive league, 46 games and 6 points clear. And when we need a little bit of rub of the green, it didn't. And we've had it up most of the season, obviously, and it didn't happen tonight.
Where do you think it went wrong in this playoff?
Well, I think you know, when we can't blame him, Mark McGee particularly had great chances to put us in front, and they've been scoring goals all season. But in all fairness, the weakness we've had all season, we've relied on Mark and Micky to get us goals, and we didn't play well enough to give them enough chances, particularly at Sunderland. I think we had enough chances tonight to win the game, but nobody else is going to chip in with a goal.
It's been a great season overall, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, the people only remember losing to Sunderland. They won't remember the 46 games where we finished third. And I feel sorry for the lads in that respect, because they've done a super job. We've changed, you know, it's virtually a brand new team, and it's difficult to get it all gelled together in one season, but they've done pretty well. We've just got to roll our sleeves up, improve the team for next season.
What has been the most satisfying part for you?
Well, all the goals we've got, really, and we've let. When we lost 4 at Middlesbrough, if we hadn't lost 4 at Middlesbrough, we'd also got the best away record, which is crazy, really. Got the most goals and the least goals against us, still not gone up.
Now, you have got a tremendous record as a team builder, right the way from Boston through to Newcastle United. I suggest that maybe Mick Quinn is one of the best buys you've ever made.
Yeah, I mean, to get a centre forward to score the amount of goals he's got, you know, I've been delighted with him. And in fair to him, he's been playing not quite 100% fit the last 5 games, and that showed a little bit. I think also the pressure got at 1 or 2, and we didn't play as fluently as we have been doing all season.
What's it like being manager of Newcastle United, Jim? Because there is an atmosphere in the northeast that is unique.
Well, I mean, it's very demanding, obviously, which I expected. I find you know, very disappointed tonight with the reaction of very young kids coming on the pitch and spoiling the evening and spoiling our reputation, really. And but they're so frustrated with the lack of success, and I'm not making excuses for them. But you know, they're so demanding, and I can understand why, because they turn up with their feet. They're unbelievable. We get tremendous kits overall, but we've got to give them another chance next season, or you know, to get the kind of team that they deserve.
Do you feel the pressure? Because, as you say, they're very demanding, and you've never really been associated with a club with fans that perhaps expect so much.
Well, I think that's fair comment, but I mean, I've been in it long enough to know what to expect, and you know, all you can do is keep your head down and roll your sleeves up and work away and hopefully get it right. And we're very nearly right this year. I mean, in all fairness, as I keep saying, to finish third in the league and not go up after 46 games is very difficult to handle.
You're obviously very disappointed that, well, everybody's very disappointed that you've got to face all the second division teams again next season. Is that a daunting task, or is it one that you feel very confident about now?
Well, I feel that there's no reason why we shouldn't do as well next season as we've done this season, and even better. But having said that, I think with Sheffield Wednesday coming down, Millwall, and with you know, West Ham, Oldham, I think it's going to be possibly a more difficult second division than this year.
So we can expect even bigger fights next season?
I think so, yeah. Hopefully there's no playoffs.